What's going on, guys? Today I'm wearing the Breitling SuperOcean. This model is the reference number A17360. This watch was lent to me by a viewer and friend of the channel, so I'm excited to give it a review. I've been a longtime fan of Breitling, and I especially love the SuperOcean lineup. So let's get into it. So this particular model came out in the early 2000s, and you can find it on the used market right now from around just under $2,000 to about $2,500. And for what you're getting, I think it's an excellent deal to break into that luxury Swiss watch category. This watch does not feature an in-house movement, but it does feature a really beefed up Swiss ETA that's running at chronometer specs. And as you can see, this watch does feature a helium escape valve, and that's because this watch is an absolute diving beast. It has 1,500 meters of water resistance of 5,000 feet, which is absolute overkill for any normal person or your average diver. So unless you're Captain Nemo, this watch is going to have those needs taken care of. Looking at the aesthetics of this watch, it's just finished really nice. I've always thought that Breitling in particular does an excellent job of making their watches extremely eye-catching. If someone has this watch on, you're probably going to notice it from the other side of the room. The newer SuperOceans have a ceramic bezel. This of course has the stainless steel, but I actually like it quite a lot. This watch gives off the aesthetic of an extreme tour watch that can take quite a beating, but it's also beautiful. Just look at that dial. It's a beautiful blue sunburst, and while it still looks good on camera, I just don't think it does it justice. You really have to see this watch in person. It's a little bit of a bummer that the numerals aren't applied, but I think the white gold Breitling logo in the center point under the 12 kind of makes up for it. Breitling is a brand that's been around since 1884, and they've made a lot of really awesome achievements, especially in the area of aviation watches. Usually when people think Breitling, that's what comes to mind, but the SuperOcean isn't a newer lineup. It's been around for quite some time, with the first SuperOcean coming out in 1957. You're definitely getting a watch with some historic merit. Breitling is in direct competition with Omega and Rolex, and because of that, one criticism I hear of Breitling is that their watches don't hold value like that of a Rolex watch. But that's just not fair. No other brand holds the value like a Rolex watch. This watch was around $4,000 or $5,000 when it first came out. At the market price it's at now, of around $2,000, if you were to get in at that price point, you're never going to lose much value. It's not going to depreciate more than that. All the value loss on this watch has already happened. And that's a good thing, because that means your average person like you or me is going to be able to pick up a really high quality Swiss watch from a historic and important manufacturer for a price that's not going to bankrupt you. Blue-faced stainless steel sports watches are really what's hot right now, and I really think that this is an excellent choice. And while this watch really looks at home on this metal bracelet, I think it would also look really good on a leather strap, and you'd be able to dress it up. It would also look really good on a rubber strap if that's what you wanted. You know what? I actually think if there's a new collector who just wanted to own one luxury timepiece, this is a great choice, because you could get a couple different straps, wear this watch on any occasion, and pass it on to your kids. Plus, Breitling stock has definitely went up in the last couple of years. Their prices have gone up, and they're also using the in-house Tudor movement and modifying it instead of using the modified Swiss ETAs. I actually really wish I could keep this watch for my collection. I've always wanted a Breitling, but I'm not in the business of stealing my viewers' watches, so I'm going to send this back. But before I do that, since this is a diver, I do want to show you guys the bezel. And guys, this is one of the hardest, sturdiest bezels that I've ever felt. That's a good thing, because if you're actually using this to go diving, it's definitely not going to move. I can deadlift 405 pounds, guys, and I'm telling you, this thing is pretty hard to turn. I'll say it again, I really love this watch, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. In case you guys are wondering the size of this watch is coming in at 42 millimeters. Now that's smaller for Breitling. A lot of the watches are 44, 46, even above. I think 42 is a great size for a stainless steel sports watch. It's not too small, and it's not overpowering. One thing I should point out when it's on the wrist, because it becomes more noticeable, is that if you angle it just right, because of the recessed dial, you're able to get some really cool distortion, which I actually like, and I think it adds a little bit to the watch. Once you're looking at the watch straight on, there's no problems with legibility. The clasp on this watch is really well made too. As you can see here, Breitling on the inside, plus stainless steel, registered model. On the outside of the clasp, you're going to have Breitling again, 1884, and the Breitling logo. Pretty much anywhere they could put some detail in on the clasp, they did it, and it's a nice touch. There's 4 micro adjustments on this clasp, and there is a diver's extension. As a whole, I really like the clasp and bracelet. When you're paying around $2,000, unfortunately, there's a lot of Swiss companies that you're not going to get those micro adjustments, and you're not going to get a diver's extension. It's a shame, but it's true. I think Breitling makes some of the best bracelets and straps in the business, but they come at a pretty penny. They have them all listed on their website. Their rubber straps go from about $75 upwards to $500 if they have alligator leather incorporated. The leather straps run you about $200, while the alligator leather straps are over $500, and their bracelets are about $500 as well. And they sell their NATOs for $175. At least the options are there, because like I said, you could easily dress this watch for any occasion with a variety of straps. But you could also go aftermarket. I like the solid case back for this watch. I think it adds to the durable and reliable look. How to describe what a Breitling watch looks like to me in one word, I'd just say solid. They always just look well constructed, expensive, and strong, even from afar. Because this is a dive watch, before I let you guys go, we definitely got to check out the Lume shot. I think this Lume looks really good. The Lume second hand is always a really nice touch, and it looks good here. But with that said, the Lume did start to fade just in shooting this short video. I didn't charge it very long though. If I gave this watch more light, I don't think it would have faded as fast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. The more subscribers we have on this channel, the more watches I'm going to be able to review, and the more content I'm going to be able to give you guys. So it really helps out. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you next time. And again, big thanks to the viewer who lent me this watch.